throw the newspaper away. Fuck, my hands are dirty. I guess I'll wipe them. Oh, and I go on. Excuse me. Alexander, it's excellent to see you.
Father Lawrence!
I didn't know you were here.
My God, what has happened to you? You look... Were you run down by a horse, perhaps?
No. I am making chase.
You were making chase?
Yes.
What sort of
I believe
chase?
I have come upon the witch coven that is behind the latest murders that plague this city.
There's a witch coven
Yes.
in the city.
You remember Azel?
Yes,
I
do.
believe she is at the center of it, and it's happening in your very building.
That does sound rather drastic. Would you... I feel obligated. Would you like to come in, perhaps?
Oh, please, yes, to freshen up. And if you so happen to be near them, I can observe a little better.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I'm right over here this way. So we go in. How many apartments down from?
So this is a very large building. There's at least like 30 units here.
Okay.
So you may certainly choose whether or not you're the kind of person who lives like on the lower floor or a higher floor or in the corner based on how you feel your wealth and your preferences would be.
How long are you in Cardiff for? Like, is this a long-term posting? Because you're here from Pittsburgh, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So he's here looking for work.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you're staying here for a while.
So the goal is long term. Are ground floor units better or worse?
Worse. They're cheaper.
Worse. Okay.
That has been the case forever
Yeah.
in terms of buildings.
Penthouse.
Okay. So it's not a fantastic apartment, but I probably live in the upper floors of the apartment house because while it's not in the best part of town, I can't afford to not live like a bum.
All right.
So
you live on the 5th floor. That's the highest floor.
okay, yes.
Oh, then you're on the same floor.
Oh, perfect.
Also, there's roof access from this floor.
So we are laughing and bickering, so you may hear.
So yes, as you
giggling.
Has he never noticed this before?
No, but
she's
he would
my
notice
friend.
that this is just normal because
Yes,
people having little house parties.
Woman down the hallway, she always is throwing house parties, gatherings.
Does.
Yeah.
You don't say. What's the
About how often are they?
is there a window as we're going
Once
up?
a month.
Well,
But this is the second time this month.
Ooh. Is this a month with 2 full moons?
Well, I mean,
Because I have
No.
what's the cycle of the
I just
moon
pulled
right
it
now?
together because I
It
got
is the
like
Oh,
an evil
right.
sign. So I was
the
like, we should
moon
meet.
is about to be completely new. Is
Oh,
waning
no,
almost
it's a
entirely.
New moon. Interesting. Interesting. Once a month, you said.
darkness.
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely tea parties. It sounds like women only. I've never been invited myself.
Yes, it is.
You live only a couple doors down
Very-
from the entryway. Her friend's apartment is on the end, so you suspect that she has like money, and it's a larger apartment than yours.
Yes.
Those
tell
corner
me, do
units
you,
are pretty swanky.
So as we're walking and making idle conversations, do you happen to hear like weird noises at night? Perhaps vermin you wouldn't expect in this area of the city. Maybe I don't know, like brooms. Like they're cleaning at weird times.
Well, the walls are a little thin. I try not to listen myself.
Interesting.
Rodents in buildings are not unusual at this time of history.
It's
And
an
yes, people still
unexpected
use
vermin.
brooms to clean their apartments.
Yeah.
He said
In
unexpected.
fact, if you invite the father in, he'll see that you own the broom yourself.
Oh.
I don't
What?
mean the fact that they
Whoa.
clean. I'm sure everyone cleans, although witches probably don't clean that much. It's ordered by demons to make sure that they have the essential filthiness in order to do their magic. It's important.
Yes, of
Plus,
course.
what I'm talking about is like weird times you're woken up and there's room happening. And they're cleaning down the hall. This fucking guy. As soon as we get in, as soon as we get in,
so I'm the first.
um,
I make sure I'm the first in my apartment, and
The essential filth.
you see, I push ahead a little bit, and I sort of like make it look like I'm trying to tidy up things, so it's not as messy.
So you don't have the essential
a certain
filthiness.
item gets shuffled away. I specifically try and keep it out of eyesight.
Interesting. Well, you might want to make a spot hidden check to see whether or not you sense or discern that he's trying to hide something.
Yes.
No,
super fail.
you are very, very caught up in your narrative.
Yeah. Because as soon as I enter, I'm getting ready to witch-proof this apartment. So I as soon as I enter, I like set down my bag, click it open, click. And
All
I
right.
pull out some things like
Your guest seems to be settling in very comfortably.
just a couple of things to be safe. I start sprinkling some salt on the doorway.
What is that? I just point out some one of your random accoutrements.
Oh, it's just my little iron stake. Don't you worry. And I start putting up some garlic as well. No need to be too safe. The vampires could be on the loose as well. This could be a vampire coven. Now that's a whole nother level of violence.
Bad news.
This
But,
looks very interesting. You'll have to explain to me what you're doing.
Of course. And after I set up, it's like, can I wash myself, please?
Yes, of course. Be my
Wash
guest.
myself. Take out some holy water, splash it a little bit, just in case.
Oh, this is like in the kitchen.
Wherever I can clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you're going into the bath and taking like a whole shower.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just washing off, getting like
Holy water.
Do you have bath water?
It's like, wow, this is really getting intense.
We're gonna have to do a whole exorcism, a whole apartment.
But yes, I'm more than willing to explain the procedure. I have to look out the doorway just real quick, but I don't want to miss them. I'm sure they're going to go somewhere around midnight. That is the hour of vileness, as they call it.
Fascinating.
Yes.
So the question for you is, at this hour, at around 8 p.m., would you, as like a fancy-free single man on a Sunday evening, would you be the kind of person who would have gone out and come back from dinner, or would you be the kind of person who, being frugal, has gone out shopping and is making yourself a small dinner so that you can like eat alone and sadly in your apartment?
No, I probably grabbed like a late dinner with Klein
The boys.
and
Okay.
the other gentlemen.
All right, so you're not like starving
Yes,
and
yeah.
like, oh, this priest is gonna want food too.
Yes, and they were just, I think they were going bowling or something tedious. So I have decided that the priest and
Bowling in
maybe-
1920 was very tedious.
Yeah, you had to walk
Pick
down
up
and get
all
your
the-
bowling
Yeah,
balls
no,
yourself.
they had kids that did that, but the lanes were
Oh.
terrible.
Oh.
So were you guys at the UW before they remodeled the bowling lane and then they
Michael
put
Bates'
it
dad
warped?
did that. In,
Okay.
Oh, they were warped?
Yeah.
Oh, no
like,
wonder they
summer
were
job was-
impossible.
Yeah, the bowling lanes.
Set
There's
in
no
the
way I
bowling
was
alley.
bad at bowling. It must have been the lane.
Yeah, the lanes were warped
Cool
before
back
the
there.
remodel. Anyway, so
Yeah, and I've decided that this is perhaps a good time. I can start picking one of the other members' brains about Arthur Gray and perhaps his residence. Let's see if the father
'cause you've
knows
got a-
anything. So, as you're setting up, I'm sort of like I'm asking enough to be polite, enough that you feel like you can tell me all the things you get excited about.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm also like, do you hear like rhythmic movements, like music, screeches,
wow,
as if dancing?
Sometimes I do hear music through the walls.
there's a swing dance club in there.
Ooh.
There's a couple
Does
who dances like
Does
every.
the song sound joyless?
Well,
However joyless and ridiculous the song and dances at the demons' assemblies?
well, I don't know. You know, there are some Eastern music being played.
Oh, I don't mean
sometimes.
Eastern music, no, but
But you did mean joyless.
joyless.
Joyless Eastern music. Thank you, racist. We're gonna edit that
Yes,
part out
he
too.
knows nothing about Eastern music. Therefore,
It's the 20s.
Alexander
Yeah.
is very mystified as to the different keys. But
It's true. Chinese
have
opera
you
is frightening. My graduate advisor, she was like, we had this huge art because she studied Chinese culture for so long. And I was explaining Chinese opera and how much I loved it and how much I missed it since I moved out from my parents' house. And she was like, I don't know how anyone can listen to Chinese opera. It's like cats fighting and killing each other.
wow.
And you're
Intense
like,
stuff.
that's why I go to listen.
Yeah, I know. I love
Now,
it.
now
watched cats
Italian
fight.
opera set in China, beautiful.
Yes. Racist, but beautiful.
Yes,
Yes.
both those things.
So speak. You don't suppose the witches have anything to do with any of the strange happenings that have gone on?
Oh, I guarantee it.
Really?
Ooh.
Do you suppose they might?
I'm not sure these witches in particular, but you can't trust any witch. Their vileness is decreed upon by the demons that they serve. You cannot trust them.
Father, do you suppose that they would have anything to do with this Arthur Grey fellow, this mysterious individual that we've heard about, but seems to have vanished into thin air?
Vanishing into thin air is a classic trick of a witch. However, witches are only female.
How old are you?
Oh crap! I think I'm 36.
Are you 36?
Yeah.
But you're well trained, right?
Yeah.
So you know that there are male witches. Not only that, you also know
they're
that
called
it is
wizards.
not unusual
Warlocks.
that a
They're called
certain
warlocks.
more elite covens have a male consort-like fellow who basically represents for them the voice of their master.
I suppose so. This book did get written in the 1500s.
Mhm.
Maybe witches are a little bit more
You know-
progressive since then.
If you're doing magic,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
a great disguise. Right? Disguise one of your members as a man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can get into
That's a
certain
man who
places.
could like invite the priest into the
Arthur
building
Grey
and
was quite the
ask and
handsome
find out what he
fellow.
knows.
Yeah.
One might almost say beautiful.
Devilishly handsome.
Definitely.
I've taken an the celibacy, so I don't even think it's a matter.
Don't you shake your head at me?
I'm shaking my head at all. I'm kind of I'm in disbelief right now. So.
You wish you were in the room.
Oh no, I don't. Not really. But
I would be if it was necessary, but I do not want.
I do not want to.
I don't want to say he's beautiful, but he's beautiful.
I cannot deny. I cannot deny it. How hard I try.
So Alexander does his best to pique the father's Lawrence's interest in the strange disappearance of Arthur Grey, and perhaps it would be better for everyone with the happenstance you heard about that poor Tristan fellow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Might be best for everyone if we knew where he is. This Arthur Grey.
I suppose he did try to steal from that fellow.
Yes.
He has committed one sin. It's not too far to believe he would commit another.
Well, either way, he's either
All the same.
a potential witness or suspect, or perhaps the next victim.
Are you suggesting we go and find him?
I
wouldn't
there
know
are
where
so
to
many
start.
clues.
And besides, there's a coven of witches right here. I have an
Yes,
issue here
maybe-
that's a little bit more present, and I stick my head out the door and like they haven't left yet. I'm looking at the clock and it's like it's getting close to midnight.
Okay, what happens in this coven?
Yeah.
Coven.
Yeah.
So
Man.
what does happen? What,
Okay.
you have like three.
This
Oh wait,
not coven.
before we get into your whole ritual things and your like drunken cheese party before the before the human sacrifice. When you go home this afternoon to your lovely wife, what do you do on Sunday evenings? You're on holiday. You don't have a job. You don't have to get up in the morning.
I mean, I would assume that I'm probably like reading. Oh, yeah, I'm reading something. most likely. Casual night in on Sundays.
Okay.
Wait, it's a Sunday evening?
Yeah, your
lazing
Bible.
on a Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, maybe something
Oh,
Mhm.
You should just be lazing.
yeah.
with a book.
It's the day of rest, right?
Do you have one of those like
Easy.
marriages where it's become very routine and not interesting? Like
Yes.
you're just sitting there reading, you're in different chairs.
Yeah.
Different rooms?
Occasionally you look up and she goes,
Occasionally I look up and she's been completely decapitated. I was like, oh, when did that happen?
it's like, it was only a matter of time. Like,
Oh, just my imagination. Oh, so active.
Oh wait, God damn it. I'm looking. When did The Stranger come out?
oh, definitely not in 1920.
Oh, I wish it had though.
There is no way the stranger would
1942. Oh, I wish. I was just, if there's no existential literature from the 20s, is there?
There is, but it's not nearly as good as there's stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's a very high period of philosophy. We've
Yeah.
just passed the Great War. Tons of people are writing all kinds of crazy idea things.
I'm probably
It's the Weimar period in Germany, so there's a lot of like, oh, the way to avoid all this stuff is like crazy fun decadence, and so there's a lot of philosophical ideas out there.
I'm probably reading something of the newest published stances on like postmodernism.
Sure. In fact,
modernity.
if you're reading one of like the many newsletters that are out there, like
Yeah.
pamphlets or zines that are out at this time, there's there's even advertising for like meetings of the Communist Society and stuff like that. Like they're just ideas are flowering all over because
Yeah.
after the Great War, there were all these ideas. People were like, oh, what about this whole like League of Nations thing? And the reason this happened was because of like the classic
years
battle
to
between
that.
Protestants and Roman Catholics, or the right thing is like we need to read Plato's Republic and learn from the Republic, and so all kinds of crazy ideas are flowering.
Mhm.
Some of which are like super reasonable, Age of Enlightenment stuff. So yeah, there's all kinds of philosophical stuff.
You could be reading Peter Pan.
No, I'm not.
You could be reading the Bible.
Frankenstein, Dracula, all those things.
Ooh.
Basically crazy ideas critiquing society and
Yeah.
the things that led up to the First World War. And all
Yeah,
that.
that's basically what I would assume I'd be doing.
Okay. Whoa. So you're a scholar of such matters.
I mean,
How about your wife? Is she in the same category? Is she reading like lazy, mentally not stimulating stuff?
she's reading
No, what
Peter
time?
Pan.
No, what time is it though?
Peter.
It's in the early evening for you.
Early.
Like you've just had a small meal.
She's reading trashy romance fiction.
Like if you're just staying in, you're pretty much going to just after eating, you might have had a little brandy. If you're not drinkers, you would have had tea. Then,
Maybe a little snuff.
yeah.
Oh, what would she be doing? Probably something. She'd be doing the same, but on her own.
Also, maybe she's the kind of woman who knits or has like a hobby that doing women's work. It's 1920. Women still had women's work. Because if you're not a witch, you gotta do something.
Like patchwork or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Needlepoint.
Yeah.
Maybe she makes infinite doilies. Like your house is just covered with them.
Maybe.
Ooh, pretty sweet.
Yeah. Something. Yeah.
But you'll be home.
Yeah. I would
with
be.
her.
I'm home.
Okay. This will be relevant. So
Okay.
now that you've had some
Okay.
time, what does your coven do? Like, are you a serious like performance coven, or are you a wine and most of you didn't actually read the book in the book club coven?
Wine, and most of us didn't read the book.
Okay.
So, we're giggling and so it's later in the evening. I'm assuming some time has passed. We've had our wine and cheeses and all that stuff. And we suddenly get very serious, and I tell them about the bad omen that happened to me today.
Ooh.
And their faces are all very surprised.
Do most of you kind of are like, we're witches, but we're not really
We're
witches.
spiritualists, so we're really fascinated with the dead. So of course everything that we're talking about is like from beyond, and how to get in touch with the beyond, and how to fine tune some of our skills, and what weird omens, things that have happened today that might be a message or like who we've talked to recently from the dead. And
Okay. So you're actual believers. Like
Yes.
you're not just like, oh, we're kind of hilarious about this. Haha. Look at all these people who fooled into thinking we actually contacted their loved ones.
No, we're serious about that part, but we're also a bunch of goofy ladies.
Okay.
So.
Oh, by the way, you're all a bunch of goofy ladies except for Susanna the clerk.
Okay.
Susanna is in her late 40s and she's super serious about this.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
just
go
she's
Susanna's
the one who comes and has read the entire book cover to cover before she shows up, and she's wondering why you're not discussing chapter 3 and
She
the
has no
implications for
fun.
the future of capitalism. Or in this case, you are clearly not reading all the signs.
Mm-hmm.
Like she likes the whole drinking and cheese poop thing, but she really feels you guys should step it up a notch and like take this more seriously. The spiritual realm is not to be trifled with.
Okay.
I mean, she doesn't really rain on your parade, but she's the one person in the group who really thinks like you could do more if you weren't like such a giggly bunch of youngins.
She must be pretty upset that she got a really good sign then. The
You
whole
can't
death
tell.
one?
She
Oh.
always looks a little pinched faced, so you can't tell if it's just she's jealous or it's just the usual. Look, we've had our wine now. We should really get down to business. Why are we not casting the cards already?
Oh, okay. So at this point, the conversation is winding down, and we will settle in for a séance.
Ooh, very nice. So at around 11:30, because you are paying
Go to the
attention to
roof.
this, it is very clear that you can, because this is an old building,
Mm-hmm.
and you two have been paying attention, because basically at around 11-ish, the father basically goes, all right, no more chit-chat. You gotta pay attention. And you hear the door at the end, like around 11:30-ish, the door at the end of the hallway, you hear it open. And you hear people coming out.
Are you guys
into the hall.
leaving?
I suppose, yeah, we're going to the roof
Yeah.
to have a séance.
This is the 5th floor. There's roof access.
Oh.
Stay in the hall.
Because we need candles. We need to
Gotta
burn a
harness
lot of
that
candles.
lightning.
Okay, so
Like Susanna has her candles, and she has
Oh,
her like
I
special
need-
things that.
Alexander, it'll be suspicious if I look out. They know my face. Can you look out and see where they're going?
Yeah, right now?
Right now. Time is of the essence.
Yes.
They're walking.
Sure, yes.
So you peek out the door, and as soon as you open the door and look out, you see a line of women leaving the apartment at the end, and they're basically crossing over to the staircase that leads either downwards or out into the roof. You can't tell from here because you're not psychic. A couple of them like kind of look down the hall and kind of wave at you a little bit as they're passing.
They seem to be moving towards the stairs. I don't know whether they're going up or down, but
What time is it?
It's like 11:30, 30, 40-ish.
Do you happen to have a map of Cardiff?
a map of Cardiff.
Nope, you do not.
No, I don't
All right.
carry a map.
In my memory,
um,
what parks are within 30 minutes of here? Are there any parks within 30 minutes?
whoa.
Mm.
Yeah, lots.
Shit. They could be going to. I don't know if they're going up or down. 50-50. 1, 2, 3,
stick
up.
your head out the
we
window.
not
Yeah.
just go find out?
So like go over to the staircase and then like open the door and then listen whether they're above or below.
Oh, that's smart. Let's do that. I suppose that's true. If they're going down, you would hear a lot more footsteps. If they're going up, it would be over really quick.
Oh, one thing though, Father. Before we
Like some
proceed,
Closeted lesbians.
if they are, as
that,
you said,
linger.
witches, would they not think that your I don't want to. Your robes, Father, are a little. Well, they out you as a
My
priest.
religious sacraments protect me. It is required.
His commentary does draw your attention to the fact that your robes are a lot dirtier than you wish they were.
Shit.
It's been a long
They
day.
lose their power when they're dirty.
You're definitely less powerful than when
the
they're
cleaner
clean.
you are,
Oh
the
my
farther you are
gosh.
from evil.
That's
Anyways.
actually a real thing. That's
Yeah.
like-
Let's not be.
Do I want to be clean or in my sacraments?
as you're thinking, the door closes behind. You can hear the door closing at the end of the hall.
We must move quickly. And I go over and I try to crack it open to see if I can hear whether they're going up or down.